Hello and welcome to Listen to English. This video provides B1 level English listening practice. If you want to explore other levels, from A1 to C2, feel free to check our channel's playlist. Today's episode features Clara, who has a story about teamwork, technology, and a Gen Z teenager. Let's begin and enjoy the story.
Hi everyone, this is Clara. Welcome back to my little storytelling corner where I share things that happen in my completely ordinary but somehow also very strange life. I don't know how these situations keep finding me, but they do. And today I have a story that involves a stressed father, a silent Gen Z teenager, a science project, too many bags of chips, and one very confused me. So, let me tell you what happened last Saturday, also known as the day when I realized that parenting might not be for the faint-hearted. My colleague Daniel invited me to his house to work on a presentation for next week. "We'll finish it faster at my place," he said at work on Friday. "My son will be home, but he's very independent. He won't bother us." I believed him. I should not have believed him. When I arrived at his house, Daniel opened the door with messy hair, tired eyes, and the energy of someone who had not slept since 2019. "Clara, come in," he said enthusiastically. And behind him, sitting on the couch like a statue from a museum of digital zombies, was his son, Ethan. Yes, another Ethan. The universe has too many Ethans. He didn't say hi. He didn't smile. He didn't even look at me. He just raised one hand without lifting his eyes from his tablet and did a tiny wave. The kind of wave you would give if your soul had left your body and only your hand remembered how to function. Hi? I said, unsure if he heard me or if the tablet had swallowed him completely. Daniel whispered to me, "He's a teenager. Please don't take it personally." We sat at the dining table and opened our laptops. Daniel tried to focus, but every 15 seconds he stood up to check on Ethan, who was still absorbed in his digital universe, probably watching videos about space, or cats playing chess, or something the adults of this planet will never understand. At some point, Daniel tried to involve his son politely. "Ethan, why don't you say hello properly? Clara is our guest." Ethan paused the screen very dramatically, looked at me for exactly 1 second, nodded once, and went back to tapping the screen at the speed of light. I could almost hear Daniel's soul leave his body. We continued working on our presentation. We were preparing slides about communication in multicultural workplaces. Ironically, we were failing at communication inside this very living room. Suddenly, Ethan walked to the kitchen, opened a bag of chips with the loudest noise ever created by a human, and returned to the couch without offering anyone anything. Daniel whispered again, "Clara, I swear I raised him better." I tried not to laugh. Later, Daniel asked him gently, "Do you need anything? Water? A snack?" Ethan didn't look up. "No. One-word answer. Maximum teenager efficiency." Daniel sighed. "We are still practicing hospitality." "It's okay," I whispered. "I survived university dorms. I can survive this." During our break, I sat on the carpet to stretch my back. Ethan suddenly walked over, holding his tablet like a sacred object. He showed me a video of a volcanic eruption. Then finally, he spoke more than one word. "This is cool," he said. I gasped internally. A sentence, a full sentence, communication unlocked. "Yes, it's very cool," I said, acting like I had just witnessed a miracle. "Do you like science?" He nodded. "I want to be a geologist." Or maybe a YouTuber. Or both. I smiled. Why not both? You can show the world exploding volcanoes and get millions of subscribers. For the first time, he smiled back. Not big, but still a real smile. Daniel almost fainted behind me from happiness. But peace did not last long. A minute later, Ethan's online game apparently declared war on him. He jumped up dramatically and yelled, "No, my Wi-Fi is lagging." Daniel rushed over. "What happened? Are you okay? Did you hurt yourself?" "The Wi-Fi," Ethan said with the seriousness of a surgeon, "it died." Daniel looked at me helplessly. "Clara, I don't understand this generation." Honestly, neither do I. Around 6 p.m., Daniel offered to heat some leftovers. He opened the fridge and looked inside with the sadness of a man who has lost all hope. "Ethan, do you want dinner?" he asked. "No." "Have you eaten anything today?" Ethan shrugged. "I had cereal." "When?" "Tuesday. It was Saturday." I covered my mouth to stop myself from laughing. "Okay, that's it," Daniel said. "We're ordering food. We ordered noodles." When the food arrived, Ethan took the bag, disappeared upstairs, and said over his shoulder, "Thanks," as if he were talking to a wall. Daniel turned to me. "Clara, please tell me your future children won't be like this." "I don't know if I'll have kids," I said honestly. "But after today, I might need some time to think. A long time, a very, very long time." We both laughed so hard we cried. When we finished the presentation, I packed my things. Ethan came downstairs, stood next to me awkwardly, and said, "Thanks for helping my dad." He gets confused with technology. "That's okay," I said. "I get confused with teenagers." He smiled again. Then he held out a small origami crane. "I made this. You can have it." And honestly, it was incredibly sweet. "Thank you, Ethan," I said. "I'll keep it." Daniel looked proud enough to explode into confetti. On my way home, I thought about the day, about parenting, patience, chaos, Wi-Fi emergencies, and the mysterious emotional world of teenagers. And I realized something. If I ever become a parent, I will need a lot of patience, a lot of snacks, and Wi-Fi strong enough to survive a nuclear explosion. But I also realized something else. Behind all the silence and awkwardness, Ethan was a kind kid. He just communicated differently. And maybe this generation isn't rude. They're just overwhelmed, overstimulated, and living in a world that moves faster than adults can understand. And honestly, I respect them for surviving it.
Great job! You finished another listening practice video, and that is something to be proud of. Today, you learned new words, new expressions, and you followed a full story in English, and that's real progress. Remember, learning a language takes time, but every minute you spend listening, reading, or practicing brings you one step closer to confidence. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And if you have a friend who is also learning English, share this video with them. You might help them more than you think. Thank you for listening. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video. You're doing amazing! Keep going!